how was your week?
My week was good. It was good. It was a busy week. Wrote a contract on a new single family in Lincoln Park, had the inspection, and looks like we're all as well. So
Excellent. I've had craziness, which I'll tell you more about offline, but I'm about to
okay.
have a new listing that's going to go live probably the end of this week. It is a house, frame house in Old Town, 4 bedrooms. I'm counting the baths in my head, 3.5 baths, over 3,000 square feet, though the tax guy says it's 3,000 square feet, but it seems bigger than that. 2-car garage, 2 doors down from the famed Menominee Club, right in
One
the
of my
heart.
favorite places.
Exactly, right in the heart of the Old Town Triangle. We're figuring out pricing, but it's a darling house. It's been up, of course, it's an old house, but it was totally redone in the late 90s, early aughts, and it's been upgraded as,
And I'm going to
time.
stop by, hopefully, and see you as you do the pictures. I'm anxious to see it.
I'm hoping it's going to be a sunny day. I can't tell right now. I'm looking out. The sky is dark. So I hope it's a great day. Yay. So look on my Facebook page for that new upcoming listing, everybody. Okay.
Will do. So you want to talk about what we're doing today?
Yes. So among other things, we're going to start with our usual stats, and Ann's going to bring us some stats. And after that, we've got a special guest star, as I like to put it, Bridget Sullivan Mermel, who is, among other things, my financial planner, but she is also a certified financial planner who has, she has a BA in accounting and marketing from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. She's a certified financial planner and a certified public accountant. But she's a fee-only financial planner, meaning she doesn't make money on your trades.
I think that's important.
It is important because then you're always confident that the trades that she and her team suggest are trades that make sense for your portfolio or are part of balancing what you've got. So she's really smart. And today we're going to talk with Bridget about retiring in Illinois and why that makes sense. Yeah, yay. So let's start with the stats. What do you say?
That sounds good. And this is odd. Here we go. Share screen. All right. Let me pull them up so I can see them. Okay. So closed sales. Bear with me. There we go.
There they are. Yeah.
Okay, now it's live. Good, good, good. You can see all the numbers here, right?
Yeah.
So we now have September numbers, although I don't trust these numbers until after close of business today when the last few ones will be added. But this is the monthly numbers, and you can see that we came down a bit in numbers. It's just been a weird, again, we got our peak and down, got our peak and down, and we got our peak, and then we got the, so it's been a wacky year.
It's been interesting because I've been sending out the weekly numbers, and the weekly numbers are up. So it seems that these seem like huge downnesses. Maybe they aren't such big numbers going down, but the chart makes it look like it's way down. And instead it seems sort of good. Anyway, keep going.
I agree with you. Yeah. So median sales price continues to be good, despite maybe lower sales. So if people say, oh, sales aren't so good, well, we're not seeing it in the prices. The prices are still strong. So That's fantastic. Okay, and the average price, as you can see, remains fairly strong. So I've got the
Yeah.
different neighborhoods here. So let me
Neighborhoods.
just 4 different neighborhoods. Let me point them out. The blue is the Loop at $321 per square foot. The, let's see here, Westtown is $302 per square foot. So you can understand why Westtown might be hot, because it's cheaper to live there than all these places. Plus you're near all the restaurants. So in a macro kind of sense, you can see why one might want to buy there, because it's cheaper. Then the near north side is the highest at $389 per square foot. And then you've got Lincoln Park at $375 per square foot. So, you know, again, those are the 2 higher priced neighborhoods in Chicago. And then month supply, my favorite statistic, and this is wacky. Look at this. So down here, Lincoln Park is at Westtown's at 4.4 month supply.
Yeah.
Lincoln Park's at 6.6, which is just pretty much a stable market, even buyer seller. And then the Loop and the north side are over 14 months worth of supply.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show we are a bit slower in those neighborhoods. So that's it. That's the quick rundown on stats. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, let's pull up again. Let's invite in Bridget Sullivan Mermel. How's that coming?
There
I
she
see.
is.
Will you turn on your video, Bridget? There she is. Good morning, Bridget.
Hey, I was listening to you
Bridget.
guys too. I actually got on Facebook Live that is
Excellent.
a challenge for me. So I heard those stats, which is very interesting.
Yes. And we and again, Bridget is a certified financial planner, fee only. So she just works for you, not for the companies that are or the not for these big brokerages who are trying to make money on your trades. So, Bridget, will you tell us a little bit about yourself and your firm?
Sure. You know, I started my firm about in 2008, so another good volatile time in the market. And I do financial planning. So I try to look at their entire finances. So we look at investments, we look at taxes, we actually do taxes, we look at your insurance, although we don't sell insurance. But for a lot of people, it's the first time that anyone's looked at their insurance that isn't selling them insurance. We look at your estate just to make sure it's coordinated with everything. And then we do a lot with your goals too. So we work well with people who have things going on, both that have tax implications and investment implications. So small business owners, people that are younger, but just starting out and maybe work for a firm where they get investment options or like stock options. No one ever knows what's going on with those. And we do actually, and we help people make decisions with those. And the third thing is people who are near retirement, because there's a lot you can do there with leveraging taxes and investments. So, and we can set people up so they don't have to worry about their investments as they retire. So, but anyway, we love it. Yeah, it's fun.
And we've invited you today to talk about retiring in Illinois and all that entails. Will you tell us about it?
Sure. I'm gonna share my screen. I did a little PowerPoint, so let's get this rolling here. All right. And I'll get this on my, great. So this is retiring in Chicago and in Illinois. All right. So first of all, from a state income tax perspective, in Illinois, they take your adjusted gross income from your federal tax return, and then they start subtracting when you're retired, okay? So they subtract out Social Security benefits, how much you got paid for those, any pensions that you got, any IRA withdrawals, and 401k withdrawals. Those are all tax-free in Illinois. So that's a major benefit. And I don't think most people realize it. So Most of the
So this
people,
is better than a lot of states, right, Bridget?
I would say it's better than most states. Yeah, there's some states that have no tax, but it's better than most states. Absolutely. And there's no limit on this. So you can have, sometimes people, because you're trying to do a Roth conversion, for instance, you take a lot out of an IRA in a particular year. You could take 6 figures out of an IRA in a particular year and pay a lot of tax on it for one reason or another, but Illinois doesn't tax you on that. So it's a major country, it's a major benefit. And again, people don't really know about it. I don't think Illinois gets enough love on this particular topic.
Okay.
All right, next one. Okay, so there's other financial incentives too. So this is the first one is the one that's going to get you the most money. There's some other financial incentives too. We have in my office, we have what we call savings, benefits of aging. And so I'm going to share the benefits of aging with you. A lot of us struggle to find benefits of aging. But we're trying to help with that. We try to help with that too. So here you can see the age, the age is on the left-hand column and then what the benefits are. And you can see some of these are not specific to Illinois. You can start making more contributions to your IRA and 401k as you hit 50. But then here you can see there's a senior discount program that starts at 60. But especially once we get to 65, these are things that a lot of your viewers might not know about. So there's a CTA and Metra discount at 65. It doesn't matter what your income is. You can get reduced city sticker. You can, at Medicare, obviously, you want to apply for that or be conscious of that when you're 65. Discounted water service, who knew? Senior citizens Cook County property tax exemption. So for property tax, there's 2 factors. There's one property tax exemption just based on your age. You're 65, you get it. And then there's a second one that's a property tax freeze that comes and goes a little bit, but it's always based on your income. So so it just depends. You have to kind of look at that one on a year-to-year basis. This is something that we look at with all our clients at the beginning of the year, just to make sure that people are signed up and ready. And this is one of those things that is kind of the people that are in the know about these, and the people that are not in the know don't know about them. So that's why we check them. We check this particular thing for everybody. And then these last 2 are additional benefits that are available for federal income tax. Now, if anybody's interested in this handout, I'm happy to share it with people. Just put a comment in the comment section, or
what's your favorite one, Bridget? What's your favorite savings?
I like the ones where you save the most, right? So I like the property tax, the extra property tax, and the senior freeze. But the ones that I think people don't know about are the water and the city sticker and Metra. I think people know about it because that was talked about a lot in a previous administration, governor's administration. That went around a lot. But so
my understanding with that senior property tax freeze is that it used to be that you had to apply for it every year. And now they have just recently changed it so that now when you get the senior freeze, it will stick with the property year after year without having to reapply.
Yeah.
The senior freeze or the senior?
Excuse me, the senior, no, the senior exemption.
The senior exemption.
Senior exemption.
Yeah, and what I've seen over the years, so before I had my financial planning practice, that evolved from a tax practice. So I used to do taxes, and so I've been looking at this for actually decades, and it comes and goes. The problem that they have administratively, if they keep the senior exemption all the time, I think, is that then people die, move on, their kids get the property, and a senior exemption sticks with the property even after the person's long gone. So I think that they have to have measures in place to stop that from happening to make it easier for seniors. But like I said, we look at it every year because I've seen that how the county is dealing with it changes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes good.
So, yeah,
Great.
and you can see on your property tax bill if you're getting it, and you can, if you aren't getting it, you can apply for a certificate of error for previous years. And I think you can go back up to 3 years back.
Right.
And right now they're
That is
having kind of a drive to try to get people to get previous year exemptions. So I've seen the treasurer on the news talking about it, and they've said that they've made their website easier to get previous year's exemptions, again, because they're trying to circulate money. So, yeah.
One of the things also, I've got a client who forgot to do a homeowner's exemption on the property.
Right.
And this client is going back 3 years.
3 years.
Getting, so that's a nice amount of money. So everyone
right.
check your
It's worth
bill, check your property tax bill, just to make sure you've got the exemptions to which you're entitled, because otherwise you're owed money, people.
Yeah,
or if you don't know how, Kyle and I know how to check it for you. So
Right.
get in
Yeah,
touch with
yeah.
us.
Yeah. But you can look on the bill. So and you can get more advanced and look on their website and look it up and everything. But you can look, if you actually just look on your bill, you're good. You can see, and you should be getting, if you live in the spot, you should be getting a homeowner's exemption. And if you're over 65, you should be getting a senior exemption. And then the property tax freeze based on being a senior is just based on what your income level is. So that just depends. And that you definitely have to apply for every year.
One more tip, just to close out the homeowner's exemption, folks. If you're not getting a homeowner's exemption, that is difficult for buyers. Then they have to go get it when they move in. And often, if you're selling your home and you've forgotten to get your homeowner's exemption, the buyer will ask you to go get it before the closing, so that the property, it runs with the property, and so it sticks with the property. So do that. It also gives them a sense of what the taxes really should be for the property, rather than sort of guessing how much should be taken off. Okay.
That's a great tip.
FYI.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop sharing and switch over to my, back to the presentation. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. What about the fair tax? Okay, I don't know if you guys have talked about this in previous episodes or anything, but
We have not.
We may know there's a fair tax amendment that matters on referendum on our ballots for November. So one question that I'm getting a little bit is, how does this impact my retirement income? And so my first point about this is this referendum matters. Most referendums in Illinois are advisory. They don't have an impact of law. Just passing it doesn't make something happen, but this one makes something happen. Okay, and so if this one happens, what will happen is that we'll go from a flat tax of 4.95% on every bit of income that you get, except for retirement income. We go from flat tax to a progressive tax, which means that your tax rate goes up as your income goes up. This will not make retirement income taxable. Passing this amendment in and of itself will not make the retirement income taxable. From what I understand, if the legislature and governor wanted to make retirement income taxable, they could do so now. It would have to be at the flat tax rate, but they could do it now. So that is not on the table and should not change. I'll show you there's a, let's see, I forgot to get my slideshow. There is a calculator on the, let's see if we can go to it. Am I showing this?
Yes, you are. It looks great.
So here's a census reminder. And then here we have, here's the calculator to see if what's going to happen. Do you see that calculator or no?
I do not.
No,
Okay, I'll start sharing that part. Okay. So here is this is the calculator, so you can look and see, okay, what
Oh.
is my base income, 100,000, let's say. And I am married. And let's say I am 65, because we're talking about retirement and I don't have a dependence or anything like that. What will happen? My total total taxes will decrease by $162. So there's a slight decrease for people that are under, but then if we put on an extra zero here, so if we go from 100 grand to $1 million, you'll see that it's going to increase your taxes quite a bit if you're over $1 million. Okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
But
I have not
21,000
seen this calculator.
if I'm earning $1 million, I can pay that extra 21,000 personally.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to. My
I
goal
would make that change.
Yeah,
I
my
would
goal
make
for
that.
this section was to not tip my hand, so you wouldn't know at the end of this how I'm going to vote. So anyway, but I think the calculator is important. And one of the things that is interesting about this calculator is that, like, look, if we go to 9999,
Mhm.
we added
Still the same.
$1.
Oh,
Okay,
What's
we
still
went
the same
from
of-
999,000 to $1 million, and it was another $5,000 or $6,000 in tax. So when you under this
No,
new
it wasn't.
calculator,
no,
Yeah.
it's not. It says
Yeah, it is.
Well,
21,000.
hit calculate again. Hit
okay, so
calculate.
this is 9999, right? Now I'm gonna
Hit
add
calculate again.
because
hit
what
calculate
happens if you're making $1 million? This is the no mercy zone, evidently. 21,000.
Oh, see, it didn't change on our view. It didn't change. It stayed at 21.4.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
21.4. So this is
Right.
So go back
Now
to the
make it-
999.
Oh, I have
Make
to.
it- No, go back to 999
Okay.
and then hit calculate. Oh, you've done 666.
Ah,
The devil number. The devil number.
that's
There we
okay.
go.
That's
No,
the
it's still-
9999. And
No,
then,
no, that's still
How come it
24.
doesn't change?
It
Yeah,
doesn't
okay.
change. It doesn't change for me.
All right.
They're both the same. Do 999. Okay,
That's weird.
that's weird. Oh,
Whoa.
if one more dollar, it goes up
Whoa.
significantly.
So
wow.
that's my point here is that what happens is it goes progressive and then it's back to a flat tax at about 8 or 9% over $1 million. And all of
Oh,
it's
wow.
Does that make sense? So there's
Yes.
this is like, I think of it as the no mercy zone. If you're making over 1 million, there's no mercy. It's all
Wow.
high.
Wow.
Yeah. So that would give people incentive to try to keep their income under that million, because there are things that
Gotcha.
you do to manipulate things $1, like
Yeah.
so that'll be an incentive
Wow.
for us. That's the kind of thing that keeps people like me employed and,
Yeah.
and worth paying for.
Sure.
All right, so let's
So
see.
what else? What else do we have? What
Illinois
are
estate
benefits?
tax. Okay, so if the
Go.
fair tax passes, right now, Illinois taxes your estate. So if you die, Illinois
Go back
taxes
to your go back to your PowerPoint.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's good.
Hmm.
I just wanted to follow along.
Thank you. I get excited.
I get excited too. This is very
Got lots to
interesting.
share. Lots
It's
to share.
kind of nerdy, but I get excited. Okay. All right. So Illinois estate tax. So if the fair tax passes, right now the current Illinois estate tax is it taxes estates that are over $4 million. The feds only tax your estate if you're over, right now it's about $12 million. So there's a gap here, right? And the fair tax gets rid of estate tax in Illinois altogether. so that they don't have to keep monkeying around with trying to change the Illinois estate tax based on what's happening with the feds to keep it consistent. Because the Illinois doesn't seem to be able to roll with those punches. You know, they've got a try to budget. You know, I feel for them. So anyway, this eliminates the Illinois estate tax. So if the referendum passed, this bill, which has already passed, jumps into action and eliminates the estate tax. Okay, that's it. That's what I got.
But Bridget, I have a question.
Yeah.
The estate tax situation is not part of it. So meaning the estate tax portion is not part of this proposed amendment. It's
Correct.
not written into it, is it?
Well, they
So-
passed this law last year that said if the fair tax passes,
Yeah.
this
Okay.
bill goes into effect. And they passed that bill.
So that's in a separate thing. And
It's
I
in
don't
a
think
separate
people
bill.
realize that would occur.
Pardon me?
That hasn't been publicized,
It has
as far
not.
as I know.
No, it has not. I had to dig. Actually, Kyle tipped me off to it. I had to dig to find out if that was actually true. So it's not
It was big news when it passed.
right.
It passed about a year ago, a little over a year ago. And the view was, when it passed, people were like, oh my gosh. Because what they did is that they're trying to get the fair tax to pass. And this is a milk bone thrown to us to pass this this other tax.
Yeah, I think it
That's a
offsets people, you know, the people that are in higher tax bracket. It makes them, it makes their estate planning more simplified.
Thank you so much, Bridget. We're gonna, so if you release us from share screen,
Okay.
we will do our luxury home of the week before signing off. And
Okay,
Anne,
great.
let's start with you because last week I got to do mine.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
So-
here's this.
Do I
Well-
get to stay on for luxury home of the week?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, great.
So I don't have my details on this one. This is in Wisconsin. And people may not know this, but in our MLS, sometimes people will put out of area listings in. And so I thought this was really fun. Since we all love
Oh. What lake is that?
Lake Geneva.
Yeah, it looks like Lake Geneva.
Oh
Isn't
my
that
God.
spectacular?
It doesn't look like there are enough houses around it for it to be Lake Geneva. Wow.
Isn't that fun? I just had to throw that in because, you know, we were talking about estate taxes and inheritance.
How much?
and-
How much
I
is
don't know.
that? 150,000? Kidding. Haha.
It was 7 or 8 million. So
Wow.
that was that. And then I have one more. This is a loft, the Hale Lofts. And I thought this was so fun.
You're sort of, at least on my screen, it sort of stopped moving. Do you see
Oh,
it?
can you see that? Do you
I
see
just
it?
see no, I cannot.
Okay, that's because I did a bad job of sharing. I'm going to try it again. Share screen. There we go.
Ooh,
Isn't that fun and
Wow.
funky?
that is.
And
Where's
of course, I don't have
this?
my notes on this. This is in Westtown, River West. Isn't it fun? It's a penthouse, 5th and 6th
Ooh.
floors.
Wow.
That's it. I'm stopping. Your turn.
All right. Okay, really quickly, I do have the details because that is the kind of lunatic I am. Hold on, share screen. Yes, share. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Oh, for God's sakes. I redid my computer, so now it's we'll do mine next week because my computer's being
Okay.
evil. My computer's being evil. So
Like mine was last time.
like yours was last time.
Holy
So-
smokes. Okay, so all three of us here want to thank you all for watching today. Hope you learned a little bit about saving money and retiring in Illinois. Kyle and I are bullish on Illinois. We think it is the place to live and to retire. And thank you, Bridget, for sharing some information with us today, because I think that helps people see that there are more than just a couple of reasons to live and retire here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please let us know if you have questions, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.